Okay, good morning, Lenderson. Good morning, YouTube. Today we're going to talk about newspapers, information, and I'm host. My name is Tainá Daphne. I'm not a teacher. I'm not here to correct you. And the Talking Talk is a platform for practicing language and learning through the practicing. And please don't be nervous about speaking, just relax and try your best. Okay? So, Landerson, do you want to introduce yourself or tell something new about your routine, your days?
All right, let's go. My name is Leanderson. I'm 35 years old. I live in Barueri, São Paulo with my family. I have two children and I'm married. Uh, I work as a, uh technological, uh, technological professional. I work with technology. I use AWS and Python to make things work correctly. Uh, my principal hobby is cycling and do exercise. I tried to crack box a few weeks ago, and it's new and nice for me. And I'm in tech tech. I'm in talk science last year, and I'm trying to improve my English skills because I would like to work in international project. And in talk, I study English and French, and that's it. That's all for me. Thank you.
It's nice. Did you take an English course before coming here? I asked it because your English is good. And where did you learn this English?
Well, when I was a teenager, I did a course, English course, but it's not focused in conversation. So
Mm.
uh, my my principal form to learn is to watch series and try to repeat what they talking. And well, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was the most series I used to learn that form. And well, thank you. I need to be better with that. Sometimes I do well. Sometimes I need to wait and think what I'm talking about.
Mm.
But well, watch series is a great way to learn. A great way to try to speak.
Yeah, because you trainer, you're listening and the same times you're are speaking. Yes, I like to watching English movies as well. And okay, we're gonna to discussing the questions. The number one, how do you stay informed about what is the happening in the world today? So in my case, I usually stay informed by reading news websites and checking my social medias. And I follow some journalists and news page. But I need to check everything I see on the social medias because the most of news is fake. And sometimes I need to check on the news webs on the page. Yeah, I think it's it, the social medias and the website. Because now there wasn't more newspaper in paper. It's so hard to see the newspaper by paper. And you, Anderson?
Oh, that I agree with you. It's very hard to see. I remember the last time I saw a newspaper by paper was when my grandfather was trying to check some news and check what is happening in the region where he's live. And well, I usually use a specific YouTube channels, people I trust because they are impartial, to check what is going on. Well, so because this is because I don't trust television anymore. Brazil, there's Brazil. It's have a very crazy media and well. usually there is a political interest behind the news and the form how the news are shared by the journalists and from people for people, and well, it's crazy very times, many times, and I prefer to just to check the subjects I want to see. For example, I use the channel Investidor Sardinha to check how the economic scenario is to move in Brazil, and I recommend it, and it's very nice because he he talk with humor, some humor. I don't know if that word is correct. Yeah, humor. Yeah, and it's nice.
Yes, I agree with you. Do you think the media manipulates the population?
Of course.
Mhm.
But I guess the my point is no, usually business people pay media to to talk a specific form for people, and when you and this is a cause some comportments, and I guess is it's very responsible from media to accept that, but well, they need money sometimes, so I don't know how my farm to to let me check the word. My farm to dealing with this is just turn off the television and check my
Yeah.
YouTube channels, and that's all for me.
Yes, yes. Do you notice that the behavior of the population is very similar because they follow social media trends, for example? Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
so
right.
weird. Yeah, it's so weird because I watched the influencers to doing the same dance, and I have the influencer to do the same. Uh, Without I perception, I doing the same dance. After they watch many videos, the influencers dancing on TikTok or some music, high music, and so dangerous because we are losing our personality, our essence, and yeah, you just follow the population, follow the matrix, for example, and yeah, it's so interesting because everybody looks like everybody. Okay, so
I
number
agree.
yeah. Number two, in your opinion, what is the most important news stories of this year so far? I think the global conflicts and their impact on the economy and the people's lives, like Nipah virus. Did you read about this news?
Oh
Now,
yeah, I
yeah,
heard something about it.
yeah, the virus come from India and similar coronavirus, and has the potential to become a new pandemic. And I think everybody should talk about it now. But I don't know it's fake or it's true. I don't know. And you, Anderson, what is the news that you check now?
Yeah. Recently, we had the liquidation of two banks, and I realized this will happen with many others. Brazil is a mess in that sense. We have most of cases of corruption and frauds and things like that. And my point is if I still trust in the economy of this country, and the answer is, well, maybe not, but uh, it's that's the new the new most important in this year because I guess other banks are involved to that. I guess many politicians are involved with that. And well, let's see what will happen with this country.
Yes, I agree. In Brazil, there are a lot of messy, but here is very similar. The most of news is just input the afraid on population. Because if you have fear or afraid, you are more easily manipulated. Because you're just in follow the informations because you feeling fears, for example. Yeah. Okay, so number three, do you think that the newspapers or paper will disappear because of the internet? For sure. I think it is very common to happen it because many people prefer digital news because it's faster and cheaper. However, some people still enjoy reading a physical newspapers or a papers book, especially the older generation. My grandfather, for example, prefer to check the news on papers. But now this new generation, like us, prefer to check everything on digital decides, for example. And you, do you think the paper will disappear because of the internet?
Well, they've already disappeared. I think even older people are already using cell phones. My grandparents are a good example for that. They 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 know how to use cell phones. They know how to check no news in the cell phone. They learn how to use WhatsApp, how to send audio, and things like that, voice messenger, and it's nice. For nowadays uh I guess no one in my network support read the newspaper. No one.
Yeah, yeah. And it is cheaper and protect the planet because it's so waste to reading everything on papers. Okay, so now it's number four. How does the global economy affect your personal life and your plans? So I think the global economy affects my life, especially my wallet, through the prices, the job opportunities, the future plans, and when the inflations is high, it's became harder to save money or plan trips, and it will also make people more conscious about the prices and change jobs or make big financial decisions and affect all population because we need to buy foods um, and the simple things. But the inflations when it's high is so hard to plan my life, for example. And you, do you see some effect in your life?
Yes, a lot. I I pay attention to economic news because I invest my money and I am often need to be strategic about it. I started investing when I lost hope of recurring no lost hope of retiring like my grandparents. And that's a great point for millennial people here in Brazil because we work at a lot and many people don't conquer many things, don't buy a new house or a new car, don't have a, a, a great lifestyle, and retiring was the recompense in the end of life. But when you put the things in paper, when we're trying to prevent how the government will pay the retiring for millennial people, I realized that maybe it will be impossible. Maybe it will be impossible. So I have to take care of myself and my family. So the responsibility is mine. It's not the government. But and I have to be strategic with this information. No?
Yes, yes, the inflation affects a lot because when I comparing myself with my parents, I realized how much change or lifestyle, for example, because my parents could to buy two houses and me no even one house because the inflation changed the economy. Do you remember when the dollar was low and everyone could go to the Disney? I think in 2000. Do you remember it? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it was a good moment because everyone could go to the Disney and go to the United States, but now everything has changed. So hard, but it's okay. Okay, so we're gonna change the number 5. Do you believe that fake news is a big problem for the democracy nowadays? Democracy. Um, yeah, yes, I believe because fake news is a serious problem for the democracy. When people receive a fake news or false information, they make decision based on liars or fears. This can influence our decision, affect the society, reduce the trust in the government and the medias. Like you said, you don't trust on the Brazilian governments, right? Because you see so many fake news and many promises, many promises that you don't see the truth. And this makes us not trusting with others, especially information. And you, do you agree to me?
Yes, I do. I do. There is a lot of uh, politics promised to this year, but well, about fake news, I believe I use it to be a problem, but not anymore. Many people will do anything to maintain their own benefits. Even if it warrants the culture, and there is nothing we can do about it. And I just not talk about the high society. I'm talk about poor people and receive benefits, and they choose not working because they want to stay receiving that benefits. You know what I mean? Bolsa Família is the most famous benefits from government, and I know people who receive that benefits, and they choose don't work. They choose don't be better in life in general mode, because if they do that, they will lose the benefits. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And well, that's a cultural structure in this country that I know I don't identify anymore. And just because things like that, people always trying to be dishonest, people always trying to get some advantage, and uh, well, it's cultural, and I don't intend to change the people. I just intend to change myself, and that's enough for me.
Yes, I agree. And I don't know if you noticed, but why the population in Brazil are more concerned with concern more with news, the lives of celebrities than serious news. Did you notice? Why do you think the population acting like that?
I guess I do not understand your question. Why people concerned about what?
Yeah, did you notice the Brazilian population concerned more with news about celebrities than serious news, like
Ah,
an inflation, like a tax,
like
like
the
a government? Yeah. Why do you think the Brazilian population is like that?
well, I guess the we don't have a good quality with education, and if we if Brazil resolve that specific issue, we there is a hope to resolve the all the others issues in Brazil. I guess education is the key and is the salvation for this country, but the population that have interest in that, the government don't have interest in that, and I guess that problem will never be resolved. And well, I remember when I was a teenager, a I had a hope with this country. I was a patriotic guy, and I studied in a military college. I received that information because I liked this country. And for now, I realize that this country, it's not mine, you know what I mean? This is the politics, the economy, and all this country will follow the high society interest, and it's not mine. It's them.
Mhm.
So my paper in that scenario is just to take care of my family and take care of of myself. That's my responsibility. That's the word that I can change myself and my family. And I hope uh, when people realize that
Mhm.
maybe we can change something, but will be little points. We can change a little points here or there, but all the structure we will never change. That's my
Exactly. Yeah, and this aspect of Brazilian population bother you?
border. We no,
No?
no. I guess in Brazil we have a lot of good people. We have
Mm.
um, well, like in my case, I'm in São Paulo. I'm in big city, São Paulo, the west side. And well, specifically here, if specifically in downtowns in Brazil, there is a, a hostile environment, and it's hard, it's dangerous when you, for example, if you're driving, you need to be stronger, you need to be how I can say that, you have to accept yourself many times. And it's a hostile environment. But if you go to the countryside, you can find a lot of great environments. You can find good people, people trying to help you, people you usually don't know will question you if you need something, if they can help you, and that this is still exists.
Yeah.
It's but in the countryside. But here in the downtown, well, if you try to help someone, maybe you can get how can I say that?
One moment. My delivery arrived. Just in a moment. I come back soon.
Okay,
Okay, I come back. Sorry for that. My delivery arrived just in now.
okay. Don't worry. What time is it in London right now?
It's 9:30. 9:36 a.m.
Oh, AM. So it's our breakfast, maybe.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
It is three hours in front of Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so the number 6 now. What is the most positive change you have seen in society recently?
Well, I haven't seen any. It's sort of like no hope in this culture, but well, I really haven't seen it. I do.
The BB, the BBB, BBB, I think, because the Brazil of the BBB, the reality TV. Um, and I have noticed is that people are taking more open about mental health. Today is more acceptable to ask for help and talk about emotions. Now, if you enter on the YouTube, you see many content about mental health, how to deal with your emotions, take care of your body. My in my parents' time, there were just in one gym or two gym. Now every single corner you see the gym because the society is more concerned about a healthy, keeping thin, not be fat, and the feed is different now. The diet, there are more worries about the diet. My sister, for example, is obcecada, obsession about it. Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's boring because it's a big concern about your appearance. and it's sometimes is boring, but I understand because the social medias stimulated us to be more beauty, to search your best version about yourself. And if you want more follows, you need to be more beautiful. Is is the game. This game works like that about your appearance. Okay, so we can move to number seven. Uh, do you think it's important to follow international news or only local news? What do you think?
Well, I think it's necessary to follow everything, but I prefer to choose a specific topic. I usually match news about issues that affect my purchase power. So money is it's an important subject for me, and I guess if I can't be strategic without information. So I follow specific channels on YouTube, where, as I said, to be strategic with that, because if I don't do that, I will lost my money. That's it. And for you.
Yes, I agree. I think it's important to follow both international and the local news because the local news affect our daily, our routine. Like some accident in the street, and you can avoid to do this direction, for example. And the international news help us understand how the world is connected, and you can choose your trip in another date, for example. If you check the international news, you can see if there are some pandemic or how much is the coin in that country. And global events have an impact in our country, for example, in the inflation, even if they happen far away, for example, because the pandemic situation started at China after affect all the world. Yeah, I think the both is important. Okay, Lenderson, can you read the number eight?
Yes. How has the way people work changed because of recent global events? Well, recent events. Well, I think this hasn't happened recently, but during the pandemic, remote work became very popular and is still popular for some companies. My work, for example, is a remote, and some freelancers I use it to be is use it to be remote for me. And well, I don't remember the last time I I I need to come to get the public transport to go to company. I don't remember that. Oh, maybe it's the last time was 2 years ago. And well, thank God for that, because public transport is it's crazy many times. And for
Yeah. The way people works has changed a lot, especially like you said, the remote or hybrid working became more common, and the enterprises, the companies realized that employees can be productive from home, for example. Some employees, because I knew some employees that is very lazy working at home, but it depends of the person. And this change because giving people more flexibility and is especially who are students. You can study from our home, for example. You don't need to take subways or bus. You can save money. I think impact a lot the many lives after the pandemic. Okay, guys. Now it's number 9. We almost finished. What is one topic that everyone is talking about in our country right now? Uh-uh-uh. Now it's the cost of living. I don't know if you know, but here the life is so expensive, very expensive to live in London. I think is most expensive than Paris. Paris, São Paulo, and London and New York is the cities most expensive to live because the food, rent, energy have increased and this affects almost everyone. And people are concerned about how to manage their financials and how to keeping a good quality of life. Here now is this topic. It's hype. It's the hype now here. And you, Anderson?
I agree with you. The most people are talking about Big Brother reality show, but I'm not interested in it. I usually try to check politics news and check what things happen in the political scenario in Brazil and how this affect my life, how laws changed and what is the new rules in Brazil. Well, and I guess people should to check that, but in that region where I live, I don't know anyone to I don't know anyone to concern about this subject like me. That's crazy. That's a little crazy. You're remote. Você tá no mudo.
Sorry. Yeah, another topic most talked here is the AI because AI can replace us in the future, and the leaders are talk a lot about it to replace the money. What do you think will happen if AI will replace all the jobs and the money will disappear?
I guess this is a utopic. This is a utopic society. And I guess this will happen, but not now, not now. AI need to be so much better to
Mhm.
substitute AI employee. And well, AI can do simple tasks, but in general mode, there is a human to check if AI is doing things correctly or not. Because I use AI a lot of times in my workday, and AI hallucinate very much, very much. They many times create things that not happen, and when you try to things that not exist, and when you try to applicate it, it's impossible, you know. So I guess AI need to evaluate very much.
Yes, but how will the life if the will have just in as a universal salary? Everyone earn the same salary. how will be our lives? If you ever want earn the same salary, because I don't know if you check it on the news, but the leaders here are talking. We'll make just in universal salary, like everyone earning 5,000 libras.
Yeah, I guess is a topic. Is a topic. It's nice to imagine that, but it's not applicable in real life because rich people will try to to import your privileges, and I guess uh I guess they will try to don't they try to don't permit that, and I guess it will never happen
Mm-hmm.
because we'll try to get a concept about equality in a society, okay? But in capitalism, that's impossible. And in the others models of economy like communism, socialism, it's impossible too. So, well, I, I guess people will freak out if this happens.
Yes, I think it's the best way. But it's best not to think about it, but just in waiting for it to happen, because brings us a bad vibe to think about it. Yeah, I understand. Okay, the last one, it's number 10. How do you check if a piece of information on the internet is true or false? Yeah, to do it so important because there are a lot of fake news and bad news. And I usually check it, the informations come from, for example, I check another websites. I also pay attention to the date and the language used. If there are some mistakes in the in yeah, some mistakes in the words, for example, I can realize it is fake. And yeah, I became suspicious and try to verify it before believing or sharing it. If it is high emotions, if it is so weird to believe, I prefer to check. For example, ET, they they arrived ET in Virginia, in Minas Gerais. I don't know if you're right. I went to watch it, the documentary about ET from Virginia, and I think it's so true, but you need to check it. And how do you do it?
Well, I agree with you. I think the best way is to research in multiple sources. Today, there are AI tools that verify this, and that's a great way to check. You make a great prompt, make a good prompt, and the AI check it for you. That's a great use to AI. But I agree with you. I guess to check with multiple resources is the best way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not well, there is a possibility to the all sources are lying together, but well,
Yeah. And what did you think it was fake, but it was true? Did you check some news that you thought, ah, it's fake, but after it was true?
Well, I do not understand the question.
Um, have you ever happened with you that you read some news and you think, ah, it's lie, it's fake, but after you you search and you see that it was true.
Oh, yes, yes. A news that I realized that I remember people saying about the vaccines are fake, were fake during the pandemic. And well, there is a lot of people talking about it. And well, I guess I'm not sure it's fake or not yet, but uh, check how I can say it. I got vaccinated to get a job because is the point. Or I vaccinated or I can't work. But uh, people still trying to prove that the vaccines to combat to fight with coronavirus are fake. And well, I I don't have a conclusion about it.
Yes, yes. Now we see so many unbelievable news that's so hard to understand what is true and false. For example, I saw the news where the doctor cut off wrong leg, the girl. She needed to cut off the injury legs, but the doctor confused the legs and cut off the good legs. And now she has any legs because one it was sick, in another legs the doctor cut off. When I saw this news, I didn't believe. I say, oh, it's not happened. The doctor is so good. It never will happen, but it was true.
It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy. Crazy.
Do you have trust? Do you trust in the doctors nowadays?
Well, the my point with doctors is they don't treat me good in the hospital, and I don't like to go to hospital because that I evade it because it's not good for me to go to hospital usually. I usually need to to wait a lot. And when I talk to the doctor, many times I guess he think I'm trying to get a medical testament to don't work for don't work. And I've dated, I don't like hospitals and doctors, but when I use that, it's because I really need it, really need it. And before I go to hospital, I medicate myself. I try to pray. Maybe I try I try all tools to don't all tools before. And when the unique when the only way is to go to hospital and when the only way is to go hospital, I do that. But before that, I try everything.
Yeah, yeah. I avoid the doctors now because I saw so many news mistakes of doctors that I no longer trust them like like before. We need to be carefully and choose the best doctor now. Okay, Leanderson, did you enjoy this immersion?
Yeah, that's nice. Was
Yeah,
nice. Participated.
it's more intense when just in one students because the question is every time for you, but I enjoy it, like you said. Okay, thank you for coming, and I hope you have a good week. And yeah, I see you the next week. Have a nice day. And yeah, I see you, Anderson. Thank you for coming. We have,
Thank you.
yeah,
Bye.